Welcome to Wrestling Talk in the Shop, where we cover all things professional wrestling, from new wrestling to classic wrestling and everything in between. We go to wrestling, we do some wrestling, and everything in the ring. Join us now for Wrestling Talk in the Shop.
Hey guys, this is Jonathan from Wrestling Talk in the Shop. We're going to go over the weekly purchases. We'll start right into it. I picked up the Adam Cole. This was a Target exclusive. I ended up getting this for $6.99. They were everywhere at Target. They even to Walmart. Like I went to Walmart the other day and they've got like 20 Eddie Kingstons. I don't know why they ship so many of them out. Why not? But I don't know. But anyway, that's their business. I'm just a consumer here. But anyway, this is a very cool figure. He's got his, can you see that? He's got his knee pad that he pulls down when he does his little knee kick, and several hands. I don't get what the deal is with the hands, and the cool jacket. That's not a cloth good jacket, but it's still a cool jacket. And all these wrestling figures come with several hands. I guess if you can pose them, I'm a mint on card person, so I don't really. But anyway, the cool back. They do a good job with that back. It's the back's kind of like a chase or whatever. And anyway, a Target exclusive for $6.99. I'm sure in your area you could find one. And then we picked up the Illuminaries Owen Hart figure. This is not the chase. I've seen people online get the chase, and it's a young Owen Hart. I assume from New Japan's or from Stu Hart's wrestling promotion up there in Calgary. I can't remember what's Calgary Stampede, I believe is what the name of it is. But anyway, it's pretty cool to have a Owen Hart figure in 2023. But this is a. I've seen people with the chases. I'm not real big on chases. I would love to have a chase, but I'm not going to go online and buy a chase or anything. And you can see he's got a championship belt. I assume that's from the Calgary promotion there, and a full head of blonde hair. And then they got that back. It's got the cross sale there. It's got Malachi Black, Santana Ortiz, Ruby Soho, Owen Hart, and Mr. Brody Lee. And finally, it seemed like forever before we seen any new AEW figures. But then we got from the same series, Malachi Black. He's a dark character, a hell of a pro wrestler. He's got a good super kick. I don't know if you call it a super kick or a roundhouse kick, I guess you might call it. And I'd like to see more. I'd like to see him get like a TNT title run, or have more singles matches. But there's AEW has a lot of wrestlers, and they maybe Tony Khan doesn't utilize them the best. I don't know. I like AEW and I like WWE. They all have their faults. But anyway, a very cool figure. He's a dark character. There's a lot of dark characters in wrestling today. You've got the House of Black, the Dark Order, and then WWE. You even got the Judgment Day. They're sort of dark. They wear black, and Rhea Ripley wears black leathers and black lipstick. And then you got Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy. I heard they're going to restart that storyline. But anyway, he's got his horns there, and all the tattoos, another head, and I don't know if this is his first AEW figure or not, and then we'll show the back there. I've got a WWE figure, a Mattel one somewhere, but I don't know where it's at. I would compare it. Like I said, I'm a mint on card. I don't open a lot of figures, but anyway, that's a very cool figure. And then we'll move right along, and we got, what do we got here? King Harley Race from the Greatest Hits series, and 7-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion. There's a little story here I'll tell. He actually, Vince McMahon tried to get him to switch, no-show the Starrcade event where he lost the title to Ric Flair. He had dinner with Vince McMahon, as the story goes, I wasn't there. He had dinner with Vince McMahon the night before, and Vince McMahon offered him an amount of money to no-show the event and come to WWE. Of course, that he didn't. He declined that, and then they were walking out, and I think Vince McMahon tried to do a little hold on him take him down, do a takedown maneuver on him. This is Harley Race. He's one of the toughest guys in wrestling. And anyway, I guess they mended fences, and he ended up coming to WWE. And of course, he couldn't be world champion because he was Hulk Hogan's time of being world champion. So they made him the king, and he was managed by Bobby Heenan. Not really. He was older at this point, and I think after this, he really didn't do much. But he went back to the WCW and was a manager for like Vader and a few guys. But anyway, it's cool to have a King Harley Race. This is not. They had a Harley Race figure in a flashback series that was really valuable, and I think this is probably going to devalue that figure, them re-releasing this one. I ended up picking this up at Target, and on the back, you can see, show the back here, they've got Diamond Dallas Page. I may eventually get him. I mean, there's only so much money to go around. Seth Rollins, Shawn Michaels, Blue Batista, that figure was cool. And then The Undertaker, I'm definitely not picking up. I've got more Undertaker figures than I do, most wrestlers. But anyway, and that Blue Batista figure was cool. But anyway, they re-released. Mattel is smart. They know what they're doing. They knew the value of that flashback series, King Harley Race, and they re-released it. And anyway, it's cool to have a Harley Race figure again. I mean, one of the greatest wrestlers. I think he was the first man to accomplish being 7-time world heavyweight champion. And tough guy. Then we got Mr. Honky Honky Love. Ain't that the way that song? What is it? How did it go, Lindsay? Honky. What was the title of their song? They sung it at WrestleMania 6.
I can't remember.
It was something Honky Honky Love or Honky.
Yeah, we watched it the other night.
Yeah, I watched WrestleMania 6. I can't remember, but anyway,
that's what it was.
this is I assume this figure come out. There was a Hasbro or Rhythm and Blues figure, I guess, and anyway, I never made it out, or it's real rare or something. I don't know the whole story. I know Matt Cardona has a 2-up of it or something. I've watched his channel a little bit. He has a version of it. But anyway, and so that's a very cool figure. I thought, well, I've already got a couple. How many Greg Valentines do you need? But with it being Rhythm and Blues, I decided to go ahead and pick it up. And I was happy. This is a Target exclusive. There, and on the back you've got Triple H. I'm not going to get it unless I catch it on clearance. $1 Million Man. I picked up one. I'm going to show you in just a moment. And then you got Mr. Perfect. He's the gem of this series. That's the one I was really wanting. And Greg Valentine. I'll read the back of it for you. It says his titles. He's an Intercontinental Champion, World Tag Team Champion. Greg Valentine spent much of his career as a loner, but in 1998 he dyed his trademark blonde hair to jet black, picked up a guitar and formed a tag team, Rhythm and Blues, alongside the Honky Tonk Man. The duo celebrated at WrestleMania 6, where they pulled in a pink Cadillac driven by DDP, and delighted the fans with their song "Hunka Hunka Honky Love." Hunka Hunka Honky Love. But anyway, I guess they're not mentioning the Dream Team where he teamed with Brutus Barber. But anyway, they can write their own history. Then we got the man that was truly perfect, Mr. Perfect. I mean, he really was a perfect wrestler. He was. Only thing wrong with his career was that he was never able to become WWE champion. He should have been. That's one of the greatest wrestlers you'll ever see. And I don't know. I know there's been Mr. Perfect Elites, but I probably wasn't collecting at that time. He wasn't at the point of my adulthood where I could collect $20 wrestling figures. But anyway, and this is my first Mr. Perfect figure. And it says, I'll read the back. It says, Mr. Perfect, titles, Intercontinental Champion. Nobody beats Mr. Perfect. He was perfect WWE superstar. The perfect amount of technical ability, athleticism, how you say it? Athleticism. Everything he did was perfect, from bowling to 300 to throwing himself a touchdown while he had the perfect unbeaten record in WWE. Why he was absolutely perfect. I'll watch that, but I apologize. I'm tired. It's late. But anyway, forgive me. Don't beat me up too bad. I should let Lindsay read these. You know, school was never my thing. I was too much worried about wrestling. You know, my dad always told me if you spend as much time on your studies as you do reading them wrestling magazines, you'd be a doctor one day. You know, they're not going to be a doctor with a hell of a wrestling collection. But anyway, perfect guy. I wish his son, Curtis Axel, would have did more, you know. But at least he got a WWE Intercontinental title run. I mean, that's cool. Father duo. You know, even his dad, Larry the Axe King. But he was better than his dad, you know. Then we got the latest and greatest Target exclusive. I should have waited till this one went on clearance, but I got it. I was in the moment. I was buying figures, and I said, hell, I'm just going to pay the $20 for it. Samoa Joe, a man that should be world champion right now. He should have beat MJF, even if he only had it for a month. They should have He deserves a world title run. He should have beat Brock Lesnar at Great Balls of Fire back in the day, and he should have beat MJF the other day, just for a short token run. The man deserves to be world champion. You're not going to find anybody better. Instead, he's Ring of Honor television champion. Not really a big fan of the Ring of Honor stuff that they're doing. But anyway, there's a shot of the back. And, I mean, this seems like when AEW first started, it's like, we need more titles. Now that's all wrestling has is titles.
Everybody's got one.
Yeah, everybody's got a title, you know. And it's that way on WWE now. I mean, even you got Becky Lynch on tonight's Raw defending the NXT Women's Championship. I mean, when is it? Is it the NXT champion or is this the third? I guess it's the third Women's World Champion. But anyway, then we got $1 Million Man. This is from Series 20. This is not his first time in the series.